You tired of the same old talk shows and scripted sports networks? Well, everybody else is too. I'm Andy Ocean, and I'm here to tell you that the WrapUp is here to change the game for good. Coming from YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitter, we're out of Palm Bay, Florida, and out here, we don't give a fuck. Weekly sports updates and reviews over all teams, players, and organizations. Real opinions, real suggestions, real arguments. I want to know what you guys want to hear. Q&As are frequent, and you bet, fan giveaways. Cobra Crew Productions presents The WrapUp. Boom! Hey guys, how's everybody doing? This is Andy Osteen. I'm here with The WrapUp, the very first episode of the show. I'm very excited to get this process started. I'm in the middle of watching the Alabama Ole Miss game right now. Kind of nerve-wracking. Roll Tide, of course. Wearing my alum FAU shirt. Boca Raton, turn up, even though they took a pretty bad beating today against Kent State. But let's get right into it. I want to start off with showing you guys a little bit about me, a little bit about the show. Watching in this I want to change the whole sports aspect of what's actually going on. I want to do a real show. I want to know what you guys want to hear. I want to know what your perspectives are, your questions. I'm actually going to answer them. I'm going to do giveaways. We'll get that at the end of the show about the raffle for my 50 followers on Twitter. But let's get right into it. My name is Andy Osteen. I'm from Palm Bay, Florida, 321, turn up. I'm from Miami, born and raised, and I moved up here. Been to school ever since. Played high school football, played high school lacrosse, track, tennis, you name it, I did it. And I'm part of the Cobra Crew Productions. That's what we do. And I love sports. I love being around sports. I didn't really want to play sports in college. I didn't want to take that route, but I'm always watching sports still, and I figured I might as well make it into a show and let you guys know what I think. Because I'm not going to change what I think regardless. So I figured I might as well get it on camera and we could talk about it a little bit. And let me just say a little bit about the show. So I'm here in the studio. America, you got the Dolphins, of course, Miami, like I said, and I'm just gonna post videos on YouTube and podcast on SoundCloud. I'm gonna do live updates on my Twitter. Again, it's @the WrapUp _ on all my accounts. Make sure you guys follow, favorite, subscribe, share, whatever you guys want to do. Alright, I want to get this out there. I want to get this thing big. I want you guys to be a part of this with me. Let's get through this together. Alright. And I have some notes here for you guys. Alright, we're going to start off with a little college football recap. On Thursday, Houston defeated Cincinnati 40-16. And, Tennessee was in a dogfight yesterday versus Miami, Ohio. Came out with the win, 28-19. Clemson had no problem with South Carolina State, 59-0. FSU got completely embarrassed by Lamar Jackson, the Heisman hopeful, in Louisville, 63-20. That was a rough one for Seminoles. Haven't been beat like that in forever, as far as I know. North Dakota State, out of the FCS champs, came into Iowa and did some work in there. Beat them 23-21. Iowa cannot be too happy about that. First loss since their undefeated season last year. Georgia State and Wisco. Wisco had trouble with this game too. Their rank is probably going to drop significantly after this, but they got the win there, 23-17. Miami, 45-10 over Appalachian State. Appalachian State looking really good this year. That's good for Miami. They're going to continue to move up in the rankings. That's awesome. Alabama Ole Miss. What a game. Can't even explain how good that game was. Every year it's a treat. Gets better and better. Roll Tide. Colorado, Michigan. Colorado had this game for a little while, believe it or not. But Michigan, in the end, Jim Harbaugh and that athletic team that he's rebuilding over there, they pulled it out and won 45-28. Oregon, Nebraska. I had high hopes for Oregon. Had the new quarterback, Royce. I think he got hurt in this game. Nebraska came back and won this game, 35-32. Tough game. Both teams have weak defenses, and that's going to hurt you in the long haul. A&M and Auburn. Auburn was looking good in this game. They looked pretty decent all year long. They've had their troubles with their defense, but they're starting to get back to running the ball, and they're going to have a good little rebuilding season. They took the L in this one, 29-16. LSU had trouble with Mississippi State. I guess that's okay. SEC football always had trouble, but they are unranked, and I believe LSU is overranked year after year. But 23-20 in that game. LSU gets a dub. Michigan State and Notre Dame. Michigan State controlled this game for the most part from the beginning. Notre Dame had their sparks of hope, but in the end, 36-28, Michigan State with the win there. Florida and North Texas. Florida gets the shutout there, 32-0. I think Florida has been scheduling way too many soft games for an SEC football team to have any kind of respect for the playoff, but that's beyond. Georgia and Mizzou. Missouri gave Georgia sticks in this game, 28-27. Georgia gets the W here, but Georgia needs to find something else besides just giving Nick Chubb the ball. They need to develop a passing game, a play action game, a tight end game, something, because everyone on that field knows Nick Chubb's getting the football every play. Ohio State just physically dominated Oklahoma on every aspect of the game. JT Barrett looks flawless. And the receivers that all graduated for Ohio State, don't worry about it, fans. They're right. They have more coming right back at them, and they're better than ever. USC and Stanford. McCaffrey, another Heisman hopeful, balled out in this game, of course. They had a great game against USC. USC's athleticism, I thought, was going to strike back at them with Adoree Jackson and Juju Smith, but Stanford played disciplined football, and they got the W there. And Texas and Cal, pretty big upset to me. I didn't believe Cal was going to come in there and take down Texas like that. I've had high hopes for Texas after they've been winning the past few games, but 50-43 right there. That's a good old fashion blowout, shootout, and we'll see what Texas can do after that. All right, those are your top 25 college recap. Let's get right into the NFL pick'ems for today, and let's have a great day of NFL football. Alright, we're going to go right into the NFL pick'ems for the week, and we'll start with the Thursday game that we already missed, which the Jets and the Bills, and Ryan Fitzpatrick and the receivers for New York looked flawless in that game. I believe about 3 of them basically had over 100 yards, which is incredible for Fitz. He was running the ball like a champ. Never seen that side of him before, but I love it. I love New York. Their D-line was kind of a downfall in this game, but it's okay because their offense prevailed. The Bills had some problems, and McCoy was running, and they had some big plays with Goodwin and Tyrod Taylor, but in the end, couldn't come down with it. Great game to watch for a Thursday primetime. Alright, we'll go right into the Giants and the Saints, I'm sorry. I'm taking the Giants here. A little bit on, I think it's going to be a little bit of a shootout for both sides. Both got, elite quarterbacks, big-time receivers, nice players they can feed the ball to get yards. I think it's going to be a great game, but I think I'm going to take the Giants in that one. Titans and Lions. I want to take the Titans, but I think Stafford's out to prove himself this year, man. He's not really playing around. He wants for some respect. He wants the Lions to be that team that they used to be, and we'll see what he can do. Cowboys and Redskins. I'd like to see the Cowboys back up this hype with Dak and Zeke, but I just don't think Dez is producing enough. I don't think their defense is going to produce enough. And I think the Redskins are going to be hot and heavy. They're going to come into this game underrated and shut some mouths. And the Chiefs and the Texans. I love the Texans here. They made some great moves in the offseason. I think that they're going to have a great season this year. I think they're going to be continuously underrated, and they're going to look at making a shot for this division title, guys. Oh, the Dolphins and the Patriots. Well, I'd love to say the Dolphins are going to win this game, but all in all, the Patriots are probably going to win this game. Our only hope would be if Ndamukong Suh, Cameron Wake, if they get pressure and make Jimmy Garoppolo nervous and get him in his head, make him rattle a little bit, maybe get those some picks. Rashad Jones might be able to prepare. I don't know. We'll see. But all in all, Patriots are probably going to win this game. I believe it's in Foxborough as well. The Ravens and the Browns. This game is going to be rough. I feel terrible for RG3. I was on the bandwagon hoping they were going to turn this season around. Maybe McCown can use their deep threats. They have a lot of playmakers and they can run deep and they're so fast. Maybe they can do something. But we'll see. The Ravens defense is outstanding. I don't know if they're going to let up too many big plays. CJ Mosley running that defense right in the middle. And rest in peace to the coach that just passed away. I feel terrible about that. Hope that all the Ravens and all the fans in the organization get past that. Prayers with you guys. 49ers and the Panthers. Well, not only do I hate the 49ers, but I think the Panthers are going to take this one big. They got playmakers. They're out for vengeance this year, man. Watch out for them. Bengals and Steelers. I got to take the Steelers here just because of Big Ben and the playmakers they have on the outside. Antonio Brown's not holding anything back this year. But you got to, since his defense, man, they're there, and A.J. Green, can never sleep on A.J. Green. And the Steelers secondary isn't always the best, The Bucks and the Cards. Cards played great last week, came up short, but Happens against the Patriots most of the time. Famous Jameis, he might go out there and sling some, run the ball hard with Doug Martin, but probably the Cardinals are going to go out there and probably kick some ass in that game. Falcons and the Raiders. I think the Raiders are going to be walking tall this year, out on top. You know, Amari Cooper, Michael Crabtree, they're going to be slinging the ball. I love Derek Carr. I think he's a great young talent. I think the Raiders are going to have a great game here. Colts and the Broncos. I think the Broncos defense is just far too fast, physical, and athletic. For the Colts, they're very unidentified right now. They don't really know what they're trying to do. They're very confused. And I think that they're going to have a rough one. The Broncos are definitely going to be in there for another Super Bowl run. Watch out for that. The Pack and the Vikings. You know, last year I would say the Vikings, I think, near the end of the year, but Green Bay is healthy. They're coming out shooting. They're not holding anything back. The Vikings are having some injury problems. I like Green Bay going a big playoff run this year, guys. In our Monday night game, the Eagles and the Bears. It's a rough Monday night game to me, but I think the Eagles are going to come out here. I love the play of the rookie quarterback. He's playing great, and the pieces are finally going to click down there in Philly, guys. Let's skip right to my T-shirt giveaway raffle. I got all the names in the hat right here, guys. If you follow me on Twitter, if it was over 50 or whatever, I just did all my followers that are currently on Twitter right now. I'm going to pick a name and I'm going to DM you, and you're going to get a T-shirt of your school or team of choice. Alright, so let's mix these up here, and shout out to my Tiger Woods Nike Dry Fit hat. Okay, I dropped this one, so I'm just going to go with this one. Ryan Parsons. Congratulations, buddy. I'm going to DM you on Twitter. And we'll see what you want to get from that. Congratulations, you guys. And I'll be tweeting about my next giveaway for next episode. Stay tuned, guys. Always going to be giving giveaway stuff. It's all about you guys, okay? Remember, don't forget to comment below. Suggestions, DM me for suggestions. I don't care what you guys have to do. Questions, you want to interact. What do you want to hear me talk about? Just a brief little show. I'm going to work on it. We'll get better, guys. We'll do this together, alright? Have a good one. That's a wrap.